It took me 13 years to get sober. It was within this time frame that I had to make 3 big changes in my life. And I want to share those with you today. Whether you're going through recovery right now and you still have those impulses arising, or you've just hit rock bottom and you have a hand reaching up to the sky, just hoping that someone will pull you out. Well, I hope to be this guiding light for you and that hand that pulls you out of your darkness. As you implement these, I will say it takes a very strong ego. It takes a lot of courage to make these changes. So from my heart to yours, you're strong and you can do this. Okay. The first big change that I made was cutting the umbilical cord to the old life, the cord which was once feeding me and giving me an identity had to be severed. So no longer are you going to associate with your previous reality and the things you used to do. There is a call to leave your environment, make new friends, create a new community, and refocus. This is an uprooting, and it's painful because that which did give you the nourishment and the security isn't going to be there. So we have to refocus our will to healthy alternatives in life. When you receive the new community or the new activities, something that you really enjoy. For me, it was fitness. I got involved in CrossFit. I joined different church communities, which I will say those didn't leave me feeling too great. It left me longing more, but it may work for you. So joining these new energies and environments, they are a new organizing center, which your psyche will begin to develop a new sense of self within. So you're expanding your sensible experience, and you're no longer connecting to these old selves. But when you do this, what's very interesting is that there is still some strings that aren't attached to the new life and to the new you, and that's because the wounds are still here. So this is where we have to upgrade and take the leap of faith into discovering what these wounds are. This is where the big change number 2 comes in. Spiritual practice. This devotion to spending time with you in meditation, pulling tarot cards, reading astrology, doing intensive bodywork sessions. This time of reflection and mindfulness is just the right amount of space where you can welcome in the discomforts that previously had to be pushed away as you would cut the umbilical cord, and they can now be here. You have to feel it to heal it, per se. And this is a really wonderful time to get to know you and to welcome the shadow material that is here. So as you've reorganized your new identity and sense of self, you do feel strong enough to work with your shadow material, and your unconscious, your personal unconscious, will literally expand. Okay, you're developing new memories and implicit memories, I should say, through the previous big change. So when you're in this, it's okay to maybe do this by yourself. I had done a big majority of my inner work when I was seeking so much within the bottle. I had done a lot of this by myself. I didn't find it in AA, I didn't find it in church. I found it when I was seeking for the God within. And the God within isn't a dogmatic principle. It's you, and it's your auric field pulsating, and it is a greater expansion of worthiness, but it's on a spiritual level. It's on a transpersonal level. So this is a beautiful time for you to reflect on the previous versions of self, maybe grieve over them, meet yourself with a lot of compassion here, and allow honesty to guide the path. This requires a large amount of empathy. because it is very saddening to notice maybe the behaviors that you had before and how much you relied on certain things. But you know at your core that those objects which you once related to, those were just taking more away from you than giving to you. Even if you may still have a belief that, oh, this created my personality, well, that's really unfortunate, because it's a lower quality of a healthy version of self. And that's what we want right now. Anytime I work one-to-one with clients, you're kind of getting an essence of what I take my clients through. It's about redirecting. Well, first of all, uprooting, redirecting, and then grounding into spiritual practice. And in this, you discover that there is a unification and a connection to the world. There is an awakening right now, and this is you recognizing the importance of your soul essence. Okay? Now, if you want to work one-to-one with me, look at my pinned comments below. This work is really powerful and really great to have supportive systems. Now, the third big change that I made was in rediscovering and embodying a new purpose. This is taking root and applying the lessons that I learned, the integrations that I made into this now moment. So I transferred careers, being a speech therapist to life coaching, and even that has evolved into working one-to-one with women. I host somatic workshops and classes in my local area. I teach online. I am very adamant in continuing the research and then being able to morph it into my own creative way to share with you. This is a known self. This is a strong and confident version of Brittany that previously wasn't here before, because the bottle was the object of identity. So withdrawing and taking back my power, my spiritual growth and process is what has rooted me into this moment. And for the past 3 years being sober, I look back on the 13 years of all the confusion and how many steps and changes that I made in my life to just try and finally say enough is enough. But getting to this moment, I'm so grateful that I was able to experience these expansive states of cleansing and purification, celibacy, sobriety, and then contracting into the painful states of trauma, because being able to pendulate between the two realities gave me so much strength in seeing the person that I can be and the person that just wants some love and nurturing, and that neglected, wounded self just wants compassion. So in diving into the pains, I was able to see how much I could really nurture myself through the strength. That's the beauty of this work. And if you are disheartened, or if maybe you're inspired by this, then leave it in the comments below. Let us know what you're experiencing, maybe what stage you're in. If you have any wise words of wisdom, I'd love to hear them, and just create a beautiful space for a community to grow. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.